How do we keep a small apartment with a multi-generational family organized? That is what I'm going to share with you today. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Shanice Banis, and I am an organizing expert and content creator for my blog, City of Creative Dreams, and the founder of Inspired by Organizing, which is a custom e-design organizing service. Multi-generational living has the benefits of saving money and built-in childcare. There are still a lot of members in a household, which means it can be hard to organize the way that you like, and lack of privacy and personal space too. Trust me, I know. I live with my mom, 3 siblings, my son, and my husband. Not to mention, both my sisters and my son are on the autism spectrum. It's a quick survival tool guide for your sanity. Household rules. Have a family meeting. Take the time to create clear household rules that the whole family can agree on. This keeps everyone on the same page. Here are a few things you can discuss. Noise level, curfew, cleanliness expectations, roles in regards to responsibility. Example, cleaning, cooking, contributing to financial roles. Set roles and expectations that are fair and appropriate for the ages of those who are living in the home. Housekeeping routine. When creating a housekeeping routine, consider the preferences of each family member and make sure that it works for everyone. Determine which chores needs to be done regularly. Decide who will do what and take turns completing them if needed. Create a chore list and put it somewhere in your home where everyone can see it. That way, there is a clear list of who does what in your home. As your kids grow or routines change, so will your list. It will evolve over time, so be flexible and willing to adjust as needed. Identify living expenses that will be shared. Make sure that everyone is comfortable with this arrangement before coming to an agreement. This agreement should include things like groceries, rent, internet, cabling or streaming platforms, water, electricity bills, and more. If a bill is too costly for one family member to cover alone, then consider having it divided for members of others who can chip in. Multi-generational households contain a lot of paperwork. Personally, I recommend keeping your paperwork for yourself in your separate bedrooms. That way it is not mixed with everyone else's. Of course, parents should keep their children's files along with theirs by creating a separate folder, drawer, or filing box just for them. If your kids are on the autism spectrum, consider using a binder style file system for your files so that you are able to grab them on the go. Also, digitalize your files as much as you can to reduce the amount of paper. I use my phone to scan paperwork all the time using OneDrive. You can use the same idea for kids' arts. Keep only the essentials by putting them in a keepsake box. You can do this by dividing it by child as well. I use a scrapbook bin and organize it by grade. There is really no space for large art, so snapping photos of these larger projects and creating a photo book later is a great idea. Another tip I recommend is to designate an area for important medical information so it is easily available for emergency situations. In my family, we also have an emergency bag
I have one for my family, and my mom has one for her and my siblings. That way, if there is a file in it that we need, it is easily accessible and in an area that we can grab when we need it. Foolproof dividing. Make dividing your things foolproof by organizing. Since there is a lot of things you need to keep track of, let's make it very easy for yourself and others. For example, you may share one bathroom with many people. In that case, you should have designated bins for each member to put their bathroom belongings in. For example, our bathroom, I have a designated shelf that I share with my husband and my son. The next shelf is for everyday essentials for everyone to use, and so on. By containing my items in a bin or within assigned shelves in your bathroom, shower area, or the tub area, it is easier for me to bring down the items that I need without causing any clutter. Under the sink of our bathroom used to drive me crazy, but once I found a system that worked better for us, it became a less stressed area in our home. I find that having clear drawer bins at the bottom with an open bin on the top really helped us to maintain this area. When my siblings need products for their hair, they can pull out the entire drawer and bring it with them to do their hair instead of holding all the products in their hand or going back and forth. It is an easy and simple thing that we can do to make our life easier, and it has everything we need or they need in it as well. Another example would be the medicine cabinet. That is a shared space in our home that we have broken down into categories so that everyone knows where the items are and where to return them. Any personal prescriptions or medications can be placed in a bin with their name labeled on it. This is such a simple thing to do that really helps families out. Double duty storage. Since the spaces in your home are limited, whether that is your personal spaces or in your common spaces, make sure that you get storage that doesn't just do one thing, but also stores items too. For example, ottomans can be used to store sheets, blankets, or seasonal shoes, but also work as extra seating for your living room or space. It is great to have around, and the best part is no one is going to see the items that you don't want your guests to see. Plus, you can get ottomans that match your style you can get them in neutral tones as well.
Meal prep and assignments. After being at work all day, to come home to cook can be a lot for one person. Therefore, assign responsibilities around meal prep. Use weekends to prep dinner. If you can make a large batch of dinners that will last you a week, freeze them so that it is easy to warm dinner every day. If not, prep your meals in advance, like seasoning your meats ahead of time, popping them in the freezer, and putting them out to defrost each day. Assign someone to do something to help out. Manage your time. Manage your time for your future self. Your future self will love it. Use weekends to prep lunches. It makes a huge difference in maximizing your time when you're prepping on the weekends. Sundays, preparing lunches, 2 to 3 lunches, stack in the fridge so then all you have to do in the morning is grab it with a drink. Put aside leftover dinners in a container for lunch the next day is also very helpful. I'm exhausted at the end of the long day. I don't have time to have energy in the morning to make lunches every single day. If you can, you're amazing. Use weekends to prep groceries. Have a notepad on the door of your pantry or fridge to jot down grocery needs. It will reduce the urge to spend on takeout. Shopping for such a large household is exhausting. Consider ordering your groceries using companies like Instacart to free up your time. Adapt/customize to match your household. We don't stay the same forever. We grow and we change. Therefore, your organizing will change as well. What may have worked for your kids when they were younger may look different for them as they get older. You may need to reorganize as you grow and you change. That doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means that you're adapting and customizing to the person of who you are today. If an organizing system no longer works for your family, don't be afraid to change it to match to how the family is right now. When we know better, we do better. That's by Maya Angelou. What does organizing look like for you and your family right now, today? You need to be clear on that. Does everything in your home need a bin, or are you willing to decant? You won't get to your goal unless all of you put in the effort. It is going to be messy. You're going to make mistakes. It is going to take time for everyone to adjust to the system. Give yourself grace. There will never be enough time, money, resources, the right answers, the right perfect bins. And you don't need to wait until you get a bigger place or when your kids are bigger to start organizing. Continue and make the effort and change. Organizing for you is different from organizing for others or with kids. Be realistic. Don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself to Pinterest, as much as I love it, or Instagram. Do the best you can. If a system is not right for you, it won't work for you. It will work against you. Plus, your energy towards a project matters. You have control to get organized, feel organized, and be organized. To find out more about organizing all aspects of your life, you can check out my blog, cityofcreativedreams.com. It has a jaw-dropping free resource library filled with organizing principles and my favorite organizing resource lounge with all my favorite things. If you want to stop hiding your clutter and make your home break-worthy, check out my custom home organizing design service called Inspired by Organizing. It is not your average organizing service. I've leveled up the way you think professional organizing looks like by creating something more custom for do-it-yourself organizers out there. And the best part is that I can organize your space in your home without physically going into your home and only using photos or videos sent by you. All my social media accounts are under the same name at City of Creative Dreams or at Inspired by Organizing. So feel free to say hi. Happy organizing, and thank you.
Hey, before you go, thanks for watching, and get more information at cityofcreativedreams.com. See you there.